Let me have a butt.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Hey, Cardos!
Welcome to episode 2 of the Talk Taboo to Me podcast,
where we discuss everything unfiltered,
controversial,
and real. So, welcome back. Did you miss us? Because we missed you. So, as discussed last week, obviously, we've seen that a lot of you liked it. We've seen a lot of views. You know, we're fucking happy. So we thought, why not come back for episode 2?
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank y'all, Cardos.
So we said this week, we were going to be discussing relationships. Good relationships, bad relationships, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we're back, better than ever. And we are going to discuss our experiences. We're going to give advice. We are just going to talk about it. You know what I mean?
We're going to
talk about it. If you want to spill, you can spill. I know nobody spilled this week, but eventually you guys are going to fucking spill. I'll get it out of you. I know I will. We will. So.
It does.
This week, we're going to be talking about relationships. As we said, we're going to be discussing cheating, scandals, fucking experience, everything. So. I thought we'd maybe start with my experiences because I am a little bit older than Ebony, so I seem to have a little bit more of an experience in relationships than Ebony does. So we will take it back to maybe, when did COVID end?
2023? No.
Oh, it was like 2020. It was either 2019 or 2020. So around about when COVID was either at its peak or ending. Obviously everyone was a little bit lonely and we were all, getting to know people online. So I had been for the Teen Vogue party. So I had been talking to this guy. We were, getting to know each other. Things were getting good. And obviously we started seeing each other. Things were going well. This is my I'd class it as first proper relationship because obviously everyone has high school relationships. No one cares about that. I just don't really count it because I feel like you're not mature in that sense. And I wasn't mature in this sense, but I just don't count anything that was in high school. I just count outside of high school. But either way, so started seeing this guy going really well. A couple of red flags at the start. Obviously, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So you got a couple of red flags at the start. He was a little bit controlling, a little bit argumentative. I'm not saying that I was innocent in the situation. We were both arguing like fucking cat and dog 24/7. But primarily, it was him getting annoyed about something and then fucking giving me a load of shit. So I thought I was just going to grab my phone then, but I don't have it. So I thought I would just give you a couple of insights and experiences into this relationship. So one of the instances, I had come back from work. I'd gone out of my way to go and get him like a Mackey's or whatever. I know, super friend who said romance was dead. So went out of my way to go and get him a Mackey's. I've come back from work. He's asleep. He's basically ignoring me, not even talking to me, rah, whatever. Do you know, is it because you already know what I'm talking about?
I'm laughing at the fact that I was squinting my face at Mackey's because I'm just like, palm oil.
So I'd got him a Mackey's, gone out of my way. Anyway, he's asleep. He's ignoring me. He's not talking to me. This was like a fucking usual in our relationship. You know what I mean? This was just kind of the vibe, the thing.
This was just the vibe at the time.
It was. This was kind of like a usual thing in our relationship. This would always happen. He would just go in moods for absolutely fucking no reason. So yeah, he wasn't really talking to me. So I decided, you know what, I've got a feeling. And just by the way, on a preface of this, you can 100% attest. But if you ever get a feeling to look through a man's phone, you look through that man's phone.
Yeah.
I don't care what the fucking circumstances are. I don't care how fucking shitty you feel about it. If you feel something...
It's the same with anything. Like, if you've got a gut feeling, you can differentiate an anxious feeling and a gut feeling.
But it is. It's like, what I'm talking about is like when you feel it straight up, like you feel ill, you feel sick. Like something is going on. You can't explain it. It's beyond you, but something is going on. And if you feel that way, you search through that man's phone, you ask questions, you fucking look around, you do that shit. Because if you don't...
Probably don't ask questions before you've looked through the phone because they'll lie anyway.
But look around, you know what I mean? Think about it. But if you don't, he's going to keep doing some sus-ass shit. Because we all know that people only apologize and only say sorry when they've been caught.
And decide whether you want to mention it or not. See if it carries on.
You know what I mean? If this is maybe a first time thing, maybe
And not
you can
that
let
you're
it
like
go.
being a
Maybe
carpet
you've-
and sticking around for it.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, was it a one-time thing, or is this something that's like the vibe at the time?
Yeah. But like maybe you've just got like a feeling maybe this is like a first time thing. You've never experienced this. You've never gone through it, rah, whatever. But if this is something that is happening a lot of the time, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you've got a guy who likes to go out, maybe you've got a guy who's a bit of a Jack the Lad about town, I don't know if that's what you're into, because I'm fucking into that.
I think every girl's into that.
And that's the problem. But what I'm trying to say is, if you get that feeling, do you know what I mean, you need to do some shit about it, because the only time he's going to apologise is when you bring it up to him and when you fucking confront him
like,
with
you're
it.
sorry that you did it, or you're sorry that you got caught.
Exactly. Half the time, it's sorry that they got caught, and I'm sorry to be that girl. But that's the vibe. That's the vibe at the time. Anyway, back to the story. I'm gonna take a sip.
Can I take a vape?
Yeah. So, back to what I was trying to say. So I'm sat there, I've got a feeling, need to go through this man's phone. This man is like dead asleep, so I know he's not going to wake up, quite literally. So I go through this man's phone, and there's two things about this situation that are significant to the situation, okay? One of them I brought up, one of them I didn't, and I think it's for his own shame and his own self-worth, really, that I didn't bring the first one up. So I'd gone through the usual apps. I'm going through Instagram.
I fear I don't know this story, guys.
Tell me why I come across about, I'd say 6 to 10 messages on a range where he's tried to text girls saying, oh my God, you're so fit, you're this, you're that. No reply. Left on scene.
I low-key thought you were going to say that he had, like, men in his phone.
No. Left on scene.
Which isn't a problem, but if you're in a relationship with a girl and you're not openly gay, then it kind of is.
But it's really the left on scene for me. It's the fact that you've tried to cheat and you failed. You failed.
You failed.
You failed. You got ignored. No one replied because no one wants you besides me. You know what I mean? Then
You're literally like a goat, can I add? Like, I don't know.
Then I went through Snapchat. So I see there's messages between him and this, I can only describe as a mole rat, okay? Naked mole rat. You remember Kim Possible, that thing. That's what she looked like. So going through, and I'm seeing that he's requesting to buy nudes. He's requesting to speak to this other Snapchat. He's fucking asking her what she's doing at all hours of the day. Do you know what I mean? He is borderline obsessed with this girl whilst he's with me. Also, there was another occasion, which I don't know whether to bring up, but
Do it. What is he going to do?
True. He did some sus ass shit. I had been out with my friends at a house party, and we'd had a good time. Bear in mind, the friends that it was is a friend and said friend's gay brother. Do you know what I mean? So there's nothing going on in this situation. There's nothing weird about it. It's just 3 friends hanging out. And my ad as well, my friend who, not the brother, my friend, her boyfriend was there also. So there was nothing weird going on. It wasn't like a big house party. It was literally just 4 friends gathering together. 4 to 5 friends gathering together, yeah? So he'd got really pissed off that I'd gone out this night, was fuming about it, was having none of it, whatever, going off, you know, as narcissistic men do. He's going on, whatever. So he's ignored me for a couple hours, bear in mind. So I've gone back round to his to go and see what's going on after this entire thing. And I go to, you know, get a little frisky with my man. Tell me why I smell what I can only describe as
Pussy.
some other bitch's vagina. My man's, you know what I mean? So I
Disgusting. Still sucked it.
no.
I didn't want to cause an argument.
No, I actually didn't, because at the time I was like, have you fucking washed? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I was trying to, like, subtly bring up, like, something's
And what was the smell of this other bitch's vagina?
Not anything bad.
Just
it just
for, like,
smelled.
future
It just
purpose?
smelled like pussy. You know what I mean? Just, like, it smelled like what a pussy should smell like. And that was what it was. So that was just a couple of situations from my first relationship. What did I learn from that? That men ain't shit. Only kidding. There was a lot more in that relationship that went on, but I'm just not gonna delve into that for now. For people that know me, you know. But that was the basis of that relationship. It was not good. It was toxic. I was very young. I think I was about, maybe when we started speaking, I was maybe like 17. He was about 18, 19, something like that. So he was obviously a little bit older than me, but it was just not the best relationship. Taught me a lot of things, taught me about, you know, respecting yourself, respecting your boundaries. Don't do that shit again. But little old me did that shit again. Of course I did.
And again.
You know, you only learn after a certain time. So there was a certain relationship, and it's fine for me to talk about this because me and this girl are friends. You my boo. You know what I mean? We're tight. We're good. We're cool. So you know this is nothing about you. This is just about some shitty man. Love you, girl. Anyway, I got into a relationship with this guy. Questionable type of man, really. Questionable type of man. So if you meet someone in a nightclub, don't go serious with that shit. You know what I mean?
In it.
If that's where you're meeting,
that's where you gonna stay.
Don't do it. So I fell head over heels in love with this man. Yeah. Don't fucking know why, because there's not really that much to look at. There's not really that much that's appeasing, really. He's just got good dick, and that's about it. That is about it. No other redeeming qualities. So it was like a very fast-paced moving relationship. After about 3 to 4 months, we'd moved in with one another.
And not even just like moved in, like got a place together, like not just moved into one or the other's house. Like they were locked in.
It was together. You know what I mean? So we were spending a lot of time together. You know, the first 6 months. I'd say the first 4 to 5, maybe 6 at best were, you know, good. We were loving. He was just basically just keeping me in check and keeping me head over heels in love with him. He just kept doing all this shit that would make me want to just be with him all the time. And we'd spend all our time together, and we were just obsessed with each other, ready, whatever. Anyway, cut down the line, we were living in a town centre where essentially where our flat was right near all the pubs and clubs. So he was going out pretty much.
No, like not even like when she says near, we're talking like you walk downstairs and there's a club next door. Like genuinely.
Literally, it was right there. So we so he's going out about 7 days a week. You know what I mean? He's out weekend, weekdays, whatever. If he's not at the clubs, he's at the pubs. If he's not doing that, he's playing darts. He's doing fucking whatever. Do you know what I mean? He's drinking. He's doing all of that shit. And it was just not good. It was not the vibe. We were arguing a lot over certain things because he was still in love with his ex. Love you, boo. You know I'm not talking bad about you because I'm not. So he was still very much in love with his ex at the time. So we were living with each other. And then I'm pretty sure whilst I was at my mum's, maybe they were meeting up or something. I don't really know the context of it all. Yeah, but I don't know whether they were meeting up or not. Like, I don't know. I don't know the context of that. I just know something was going on. So anyway, I'd been at my mum's for a weekend. I'd come back home. Again, got the feeling, needed to go through this man's phone, really felt it in my gut. Do you know what I mean? I felt sick to my stomach and I just needed to go through. So I'd gone through all the usual apps, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Telegram, fucking whatever the app is, I've checked it.
Number one though, even if you don't find anything in Telegram, why has a man got Telegram? Because they're going to be deleting the fucking messages, because what other purpose would you need Telegram for? Let's be fucking real.
It's one of those, you know what I mean? People have Telegram for their own purposes. But anyway, so this man, I've checked everything. Yeah. Can't find a single fucking thing. Then I swipe up the tabs. It sounds like I'm getting emotional. I'm not. I'm just got the hiccups because I'm drinking wine.
Can I have a sip? Because I ran out.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so I got the feeling to check his phone anyway, gone through all that. Couldn't find anything, and I'm swiping at the tabs and I see, this is hard for me to admit because Greek fucking gods couldn't torture this shit out of me, and I don't want to admit it, but I will. I saw Gmail.
I've got to give it to him. No bitch is going to check Gmail unless you've left the tab open.
Google Mail, to use its exact terms. Google Mail. And I see chains on chains. Chains on chains. This bitch had more chains than fucking Scrooge in A Christmas Carol. Yeah? on all these messages, and it's like,
Oh,
can't
so
wait to see you, babe. I'll let you know when she's at her mum's, rah, 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 whatever. Again, love you, girl. You know I'm not talking bad about you. I am just expressing for the girlies. But imagine. And you know what? Whilst I'm on it, I'm going to bring up another story. So, whilst we're on it, I'm going to bring up another story.
She's going to bring up another story.
Yay!
What's that dance that they do with the cat where it's like the immediate lock-in and they're like... Okay.
So, I'm going to bring up this story. Listen up. Prick your ears. I was dating this man. Yeah? Nice guy. Liked him. Funny. Cute. Everything in between.
Yeah, you just can't prove it.
I think he's gay. I just can't prove it. So,
If you get the reference, you get it.
I'd been dating this man for a while. I was indecisive on him. Couldn't decide if I wanted to be with him or not. Either way, you still shouldn't cheat. So, this man, I had been at home, chilling, living my silly old little life. And then I got a text on TikTok, Musically.
On TikTok. On
TikTok,
Musically.
Musically, if you will. Puff break. So, I get a text from this girl. Hey, do you know such body? I say, yeah, that's my boyfriend.
That's my man.
She says, ha 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 ha, that's funny. I went on a date with him today. I said,
Wait, she must have known beforehand and she was doing this just to gag you, because otherwise how would she find out that you were his girlfriend so quickly?
Twitch eye emoji. I say, that's funny. Can you call? So I send her my number. So I wait for her to call. But who calls? Who calls? Mr. 5'5". He says, hi, we need to talk. I say, oh, I know we need to talk. Don't fucking worry. I know what you've been up to. You took her to the cinema and Nando's. My dream date.
My dream date.
My dream date. Cute.
Also same.
So the place where we used to go all the time, you took her there. And then he's going on and he's like, look, we need to talk. I don't think it's working. I'm like, girl, I fucking know you've been on a date with someone today. I fucking know. So just admit that shit. He would not admit. That man was holding his cards close to his chest. Yeah? That's what that bitch said. And then all of a sudden, I hear in the background. I hear, ha! In the background. And I say, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? Anyway, cut a long story short, I end the phone on this man. And I find out that he calls whilst he's still with the bitch. Mm-hmm.
Tell me you're at gunpoint without telling me you're at gunpoint. Like,
so if you ever think, you know what? My life is so fucking shit. Just take a look at us. Or me to be specific. Just take a look at me. Do you know what I mean? And this is a snippet of stories that I have. And it's only because trauma is blocking half of that shit out. I can't remember.
I mean, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, really.
I either can't remember or I can't talk about it. Because maybe there's a lawsuit. You never know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Just maybe. But
Just
we wouldn't even
maybe.
have the money to take it to court, so.
So those are some of my stories and some of my experiences. And I've got many more. So if you want them.
But we also want to hear your stories too. So if you have a story that you don't want to share from the horse's mouth, we can do it for you.
It's okay.
If you feel like you need to get it out there, but you don't want it to come directly from you and you want it to be anonymous, we're here.
So I just
We
want
can fix
to,
that for you.
now that I've shared some of my experiences, I just want to talk about what I've learned from those and things that I struggle with now, thanks to those. So let's go into the list of things that I struggle with. Trust issues. Commitment issues. What else? Thinking everybody's a liar. Thinking everybody's out to get me. There's a lot of shit. And it's not good. It's not fun. It's not fresh because
It's not super.
I've been out of these relationships. I've been out of the first relationship for many, many years. I've been out of the second relationship for maybe 3-ish years now. And it's still fucking hard because it's like when you've lived with someone and you've loved someone so much and then all of a sudden it all turns out to be fake.
You're like always going to love them no matter what.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's like I will always love that man, but I'm not in love with that man. Do you know what I mean? I'll always care about him. I'll always want the best for him, even though he's never going to do the best for himself. But, do you know what I mean? I'm a nice person. I will wish that on other people. But it's just hard when it's like, you know you're a nice person. You know you only want the best for people in the world. You know you really, deep down in your heart, just want to help people and just want to be there. And then that just gets thrown back in your face. It's really hard to then, especially when like you've been in a situation where it's all full on from the start, and then all of a sudden it's like really hot and cold, and it's really confusing and it's really manipulative, and it really makes you think, like it makes you like question yourself and you lose yourself a little bit. And it's just hard because then when you are out of that situation and you then want to go and maybe start seeing other people, maybe get into a new relationship, it's really fucking hard because then you question every single thing that person says. You question every single action that person has. You don't believe them when they say certain things to you, or that they're excited to see you, or that they want to spend time with you. And it's...
Yeah, because it's like, even if you changed 5 years down the line, it's like, okay, but if you thought I was so attractive and so beautiful and that you love me so much, then why does this other person look completely different to me then?
Yeah. She looks nothing like me.
Can't really tell, should I be trying to take it as a compliment? It's kind of feeling like the opposite. She looks nothing like me, so why do you look so happy? Now I think I get the cause of it. You were holding out to find the opposite, and I know... Nah, do you know what line is the best from that?
What?
Wait, hang on. I'm doing that. So you know what type? It's not me. Secret life? It's not me.
Wait, I've just got such a funny way in my head.
If you wanted brown eyes, I could have got contacts.
It's so hard though.
Miss
It's
Savvy
it's shitty because especially like I know there's so many girls out there.
And then as well, it's like that's the worst feeling in the world because it's like, how dare you make me feel like this?
Yeah. How dare a man,
like
a man who I've
it's
lowered
off
my
your
standards
shoulders.
for. It's hard, and it's a lot of it takes a lot of rewiring. I know we're kind of going back and forth from topics, but it takes a lot of rewiring. I'm not even kidding you. It has taken me self-book upon self-help book. It has taken me many a fucking conversation with my friends, family, etc. Do you know what I mean? It has taken a lot for me to get to the point where I am now, where coincidentally I'm going on a date on Friday. Tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. You know who you are, but it's hard. Do you know what I mean? Because you want to believe what these people are saying, and you want to put yourself out there. You want to really go for it, but it's hard because now I've got this wall that's built up, and I don't want to let that down because I'm so scared of getting hurt again. Because like you can attest to that. Do you know what I mean? Certain relationships I've been in, that shit has fucking broke me. It's broke me down as a person.
And as well, it's so sad because it's sad obviously it's sad for you because you've had to go through it, but as well, when somebody really likes you, it's really sad for them because there's problems there that have got nothing to do with them, but they also can't do anything to fix it.
Yeah. It's hard as well.
Unless you let them in, which is really hard.
Yeah. Just on another point, but it is hard, especially being someone, especially because of us two, we've always been very, very mature for our age, and we've always been around older people. We've always spoken like better with older people and things like that.
And we've always spoken with our family very openly, like literally like
we're all
nothing
honest.
is too TMI in our family.
Yeah. But it's one of those situations where I forgot my point. I forgot where I was going with this.
Yeah, so did I. I mean, I don't know where you were going with it, but I forgot what you...
No, what I was trying to say was it's hard as well because like when family and friends have seen you in that situation and you're like obviously like coming to them and you're saying all of this shit
and then you're like, oh,
obviously,
he's changed, and then they're like,
Yeah.
no, he's fucking not.
everyone goes through that because it's hard because then people in that situation that aren't in that situation, what I'm trying to say, can see what you're going through and they can see the toll that it's taken on you and everything. And as much as you want to see that, you can't at the time because you're so sucked in it and you've got these rose-colored glasses on and you're so like, oh my God, he will change. And I can attest to that. Like
it's because all you want is for them to change.
Yeah. Like
but
when
if they don't want to change, then they won't.
Yeah. When you've gone into a relationship and you've seen or they've shown you a certain side of themselves and then all of a sudden it's like they're a completely different person. Like for me, I'd seen this man, he was not on drugs, not going out drinking, not doing this, making out like he was an entirely different person, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is more important to me. And that's how it feels, especially when you're in a relationship where there's drugs and alcohol involved. At the end of the day, you're never going to fucking come above that. It does not matter how pretty you are, it does not matter how much you give, it does not matter how much of a nice person you are, it does not matter how much of a fucking good pussy you have. I swear to God, you will not come above that shit, because it is a disease and it's a sickness, and I feel bad for them. I've remembered my point now. So when you are like an emotionally intelligent person, it's really hard, because you're coming out of this situation and you want to hate that person, you want to be mad, you want to be angry, you want to be upset, you want to feel all these fucking things, but in reality you can see why that person is the way they are. You can either see by the childhood, you can either see by the way they act, you can either see by the way the people they're around, you can either see by the situation that they're in.
But then also on the same token, if they're not willing to change for you, you can't be the one to stick around for that when it's breaking you.
No. At the end of the day, if you are losing yourself and you are giving, do you know what I mean? Just because, and I always say this, just because someone is giving less does not mean that you need to give more. Do you know what I mean? Just because someone is not giving you the attention and care and love that you know that you deserve does not mean that you need to sit there and take that shit just because you don't know
give them more
what
to
else.
Make up for that, thinking that they're going to match your energy, because they're just going to suck. You just go around sucking the fucking life out of people.
It fucking hurts, Jules. It fucking hurts.
It's
Do you know
true.
what I mean? Like, those people they've got negative mindset, they've got a negative life, they've got sad times, they don't have the support they need. Do you know what I mean? You've got to understand from that perspective, but then you're not the one.
You can't change them unless they are willing to change for you, but 9 times out of 10 they're not going to be willing to change for you, and you can't ruin yourself because they've ruined themselves.
It isn't your job to go around fixing people. At the end of the day, you need to love yourself more. And I've only learnt that in the past maybe 2 years. But at the end of the day, you are born alone, you will die alone. At the end of the day, the only relationship that should be important in your life, and I'm not saying that your boyfriend shouldn't be important, I'm not saying anything like that. People should be important to you, but at the end of the day, the most important relationship you will ever have in your life is with yourself. You need to love yourself enough.
The only person you can trust is you.
Yeah, that you need to love yourself enough to not take the disrespect, to own up for your own boundaries, to stand up for yourself. You need to have the willpower and the desire to really love yourself that much that you can say no. As much as, maybe you might be alone for a little bit.
And also,
maybe you might lose some friends. Maybe you might lose certain things, or maybe you might feel a little bit out of place for a while. But at the end of the day, you need to put yourself, when all's said and done, you need to put yourself first, and you need to think, do you know what? I know at the end of the day, I'm going to be fine eventually. It might take a couple of months, it might take a couple of weeks, it might take a couple of years. But at the end of the day, and I'm living proof of that, you will be okay. You will get past it, and you are going to come out of that so much fucking better. I would not have accomplished half the shit that I have accomplished in this year if I was still in those relationships. I would not be sat here talking to you guys right now if it was not for the fact that I stood up and I fucking left those relationships. And do you know what I mean? And I could fucking tell you the text that I sent to this man. He didn't read it, because if he did, he would throw up for 2 fucking weeks.
Should we read it out?
It's on my phone.
It's not got his name.
But it started with, you know what? It started with, you know what? I'll do the fucking hard bit for you because you haven't got the balls to do it yourself. I could probably recite it word for word, but I know at some point in there, I said, I hope your next bitch is used to disappointment, because that's all she's going to get.
And Mum sent him a message saying something like...
Called him a spineless prick.
Yeah, she did, but she was also like...
Love my mama.
Thank you for leaving Bearing in mind, she put a kiss at the end of it. Mum's a kiss warrior.
Mum's a nice person.
She was also... No, but she was literally like... Thank you for leaving my daughter again, because I can't think of anything worse than having you as a son-in-law. I hope you had fun, you spineless prick.
Clock it.
Yeah, but also back onto the point of like the God, I went American and I didn't mean to. The like love yourself bit is at the end of the day, if everyone left you, even the people like who fucking love you and care about you to the ends of the earth, even your mum, your dad, your sister, your brother. How's your brother?
How's your dad? How's your brother?
But at the end of the day, if everybody left, the only person that you've got in this life is you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes even if you can't trust yourself, but work on yourself, because at the end of the day, the only person that you have got is you.
If I was to recommend one thing for people, and I don't know if this is something, do you know what? I know this is something people are gonna what's the word? Gonna resonate with or be able to relate to, is what I'm trying to say. So I am an avid self-sabotager. Yeah, I sabotage my entire fucking life. The minute someone starts being nice to me, or the minute someone starts being kind or giving me the kind of attention that I think and know that I deserve, because I'm not used to it, I will fucking bin that shit off. But at the end of the day, you need to stop self-sabotaging, because I know it feels uncomfortable. I know that you're used to chaos, and I know that you're used to arguments, and I know that you're used to all this shit. But at the end of the day, you need peace in your life. Do you know what I mean? You need something quiet. You need something chill. You need something that is just good for you.
Can I
if
just
I was
say-
to, sorry, just on one point, but if I was to recommend a book for you, I would say read The Mountain Is You. I can't remember who it's by, but she's my girl. I love her. You need to read this book, because this book, I swear to God, from the minute I read it, and I could get it right now, it is tabbed up to
Like,
book.
you like resonate with every fucking word.
Honestly, every fucking word that woman wrote, I swear to God, she is a fucking like literary genius. But it will open your eyes to so many things, and I am a completely different person, hand on heart, I can say, since reading that book. And it's made me realise so many things about myself that I didn't even realise, and things that I was doing that were affecting my life that I didn't even actually know that were affecting me. And it's not even because I'm doing it on purpose. It is your subconscious mind, you know what I mean, that will put you off things. But if I was to recommend one thing for you to read in your 20s, you need to fucking read that, and also listen to the Mel Robbins podcast. But
oh my
go
God.
ahead.
And no, specifically for me, love Mel Robbins, but I only like hearing Mel Robbins giving advice, not like her podcast where she's taking people's advice. I only like Mel Robbins. Okay, so the point that I wanted to make was, I've recently, within the last 3 weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks, I've recently, within the last like 2 or 3 weeks, been working at a new place, and I've like made friends with this girl who, like, honestly, I mean, when you work with somebody every day, you see them more than like any of your other friends, don't you? We've literally become, we tight. I love her. And I'm not going to name names because this is her story and I don't want to obviously put her in it. But she was talking yesterday, this girl, I'm 20 now, and she's only 17, but she like really reminds me of myself when I was 17. And she was talking to me yesterday about how, so she was in a relationship with a guy for 5 years, from 11 years old up until, 6 years, from 11 years old until her age now, 17, which is pretty crazy work. And she said that like he started cheating on her and stuff towards the end of the relationship because he'd started taking steroids. It made him angry. He just turned into a fucking cunt, basically. And she started speaking to this new guy, and she's like, he's like, her ex he'll just like sabotage like everything for her. Like, she's had to get like 5 new SIM cards, like change her accounts for everything, like yada yada yada. But she was like saying that because of her trauma from this past relationship, that she like feels like her and this guy are really serious, but they've not actually put a label on it, and she's scared. She knows that it's gonna come soon, that he's gonna ask her to be his girlfriend, and she wants to, but she's also like terrified because of like past experience. And I was like, that is like where you've got to jump at it. Like, before my boyfriend now, like, I'd never been in a relationship with anybody, and I don't know why. I was just terrified of men. I always have been ever since I was a kid. I don't know where that trauma comes from, but I just always have been. And I was, that's what I was saying. It's you, if you've got an opportunity, even if you're scared, you've just got to jump at it, because I knew that if I didn't just jump at it then, even if you've got past traumas and stuff, it could be the best thing to ever happen to you, and it has been. And they are just gonna, it's like, as much as they love you and they like you, or well, love you or like you or whatever, it's like, it's not fair for them to stick around because of somebody else's problems. Even if they really like you, they can't just drag themselves down with you. And it's like, if you've got the opportunity and you really like someone and you're scared to lose it, but you're also scared to put a label on it, you've just got to fucking jump at it.
It's one of those things,
and no one's forcing you down. Like, if you don't want them, when you actually get with them and you don't think it's right for you, no one's forcing you to stay. Yeah. Like,
it's one of those things, I think, as well. And it's because I've learned a lot more about like communication and how important that is in a relationship, because I've realized that all of my relationships have never had efficient communication. All of my relationships,
and communication isn't nice. It's fucking hard, but you've got to do it.
They've always been arguments. And it's always been a situation where, say, I've come to say something that's upset me, instantly, well, it's turned around on me, well, you've done this and you've done that, and you're accusing me of this, you're accusing me of that. Well, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. And then all of a sudden it's a big argument, it's a big thing, when really all I wanted to do was just tell you that something that you did upset me. Like, I don't know, I can't think of an example right now, but something you've done has upset me and I'm just trying to express my feelings. But at the end of the day, if you're in a relationship where you can't express your feelings without it turning into an argument, you're not in the right fucking relationship, because that's not how it should be. If you've got a problem or there's something that's bugging you, or you just want to fucking say something and you just want to express yourself, you should be able to do that without the feeling of being judged or feeling like it's going to turn into something else. And I know how hard it is to, when you've had these past experiences, to go and then express and be able to speak about your feelings, because you know what I'm like, it's so hard for me to speak about how I feel, because I feel this need to be so hard and cold and it doesn't hit me, it doesn't affect me, whatever. I just feel this need to be strong all the time, with that even though I don't need to be. And I am a lot better with that now, and that's what I'm saying, that I've learned that in the past year. But you need to have those hard conversations. Do you know what I mean? I'm reading a book at the minute called The Next Conversation by Jefferson Fisher, which is talking about basically ways to have better conversations, and the point of them is to have a goal for the conversation. You should be listening, and you should be looking to understand the person better, not win the argument, not prove a point, digging deeper. You need to know this person, and that's what it's about. And I feel like it's such an important thing that people really forget about. People don't communicate enough, and people are so quick to bin something off or stop something just because they don't want to tell someone a certain thing that they're feeling. But at the end of the day, if you're going to have a real relationship that's really going to work, and you're going to have kids and marry and live together and all of this, you've got to learn to have those hard conversations. Because what are you going to do? Fucking go and run back to your mum's every time you've had an argument? No, that's not the way this is. You're an adult, it's a real person, live in the fucking real world and have these hard conversations. So what if you've got to tell someone something that hurts them? At the end of the day, if it's going to better your life and it's something that you know that you need to do for yourself, then you need to go out there and you need to fucking do that.
And also as well, it might be something that they don't even realise that they're doing is upsetting you, because you're not communicating that. And it's like, people, this is a big problem actually, what I want to talk about on TikTok, is people like, oh my God, if he's not buying you like fucking flowers every week, then you need to break up with him. Oh my God, if he's not.
As a sentimental person, I would 100% prefer, like, money to me it doesn't matter. I don't care how much fucking money you have. I don't care where you fucking live.
That isn't even the problem. I was going to say.
I just wanted to say to a point, but as a sentimental person, do you know what I mean? I don't think money is the end value. I think things that are done with thought, and if it's like a written letter or flowers, or even if it's just down to something that they know that you like, I think that matters more than a big fucking gesture. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It does.
No, but the problem is these days, right? I feel like on TikTok, you see so many people, and it's like, they talk about like the bare minimum being like buying you flowers every week, taking you out for a date every week. That is a big problem, because then these girls who aren't in relationship, or even girls who have been in relationships, and they're seeing these videos and like, fuck, is my relationship really bad? But it's different for everybody. And
depends
also,
on your boundaries and what you want and your love language.
If your boyfriend doesn't know that you want flowers every week, because you haven't communicated that with them. Men are not mind readers. Women aren't mind readers.
As annoying as it is, you need to tell that man what you want. Do you know what I mean? You need to tell him exactly what the fuck you want, because men don't think. They don't use the
because
brain.
Then it's like there's going to be so many,
not the brain.
There's going to be so many girls that are sat at home thinking, oh my God, I've got a terrible relationship. No, it's because you're just consuming all the shit that you've seen on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook,
that makes it even
harder.
Whatever I feel sorry for men nowadays, because it's like there's so many things that people fucking see in so many ways that people go out of their way, and everything's so materialistic. I wish we could go back to the days where a man took you out dancing. Do you know what I mean? Where a man took you dancing, he bought you some flowers, you went and had a milkshake, you went and had a burger, and that was your night, and you were happy. Do you know what I mean? I don't need a fucking Louis Vuitton bag. I don't need an expensive ring. I don't need expensive jewelry. I want something that says to me, you've thought about it when you've bought it. Not, oh, this will look nice, not a nice piece of fucking lingerie. Do you know what I mean? If you've thought about it at the time, yeah, fair play. But I want something where you've put thought into it. You've really thought, oh, I really know she's going to like this. And I'd rather something like a love letter, flowers, fucking, I don't know, some personalised gift that you've made yourself, and
you don't even have to buy the flowers. You'd appreciate them more if they'd gone out, they'd seen them on the side of the road, and they'd picked them for you.
They've thought about you. It's the thought behind it.
And also, I'm not a materialistic person either, but I do appreciate like luxury more than you do, because I just do. That's just the way that I am. I'm
not that person. I've just never been about that. I love my bargains. I love my cheap shit, and that is me. I'm just that kind of girl.
I love cheap shit too, but I also love like a luxury item. But it's not like I'm expecting my boyfriend to buy me a new ring every fucking month. It's like on my birthdays and Christmas, like I really appreciate it, but I'm not expecting him to go out and be spending money willy-nilly every day on me, because that's just not how relationships work. Maybe if you're rich it does, but if you've not got the money and you've got like goals, You can't be going and spending your money on stuff like that. And this is the problem where girls think that they're in a terrible relationship. They're not. It's just that you live a different life to these girls on TikTok.
Expectations. And I think that's the problem, like I was saying before, like I feel sorry for men. There's so many things out there now that make you feel like you need to go above and beyond. And I bet men are fucking confused, you know what I mean, with the amount of things that are out there and all these proposals and all this fucking decorating birthday rooms. I'm not gonna lie, I am a bitch who would love to have a hotel room decorated.
Me too.
And I must say, I've got another story. I once decorated a hotel man for a room. Coincidentally, it was the last guy. I decorated it for his birthday. He went and cheated on me afterwards, and he didn't even have sex with me.
What, the same night?
I'd gone out of all this effort to go in, do all these balloons. My mum even came with me. She can attest to this.
And mum hated him. Yeah. In mind.
We'd made this whole fucking room, the I love you balloons, everything, yeah. He didn't even have sex with me. I even went out of my way and bought fucking sexy lingerie. And I don't even wear underwear. I don't even wear underwear. I'm not even wearing underwear right now. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
And I bought that specifically for him, and I couldn't even get dick down in it. Do you know why?
Wait, so did he cheat on you the same night?
No, I don't think it was on the same night, but he definitely was not fucking me for a reason. I don't know what that reason was.
Either way, he wasn't fucking you.
Either way, he wasn't fucking me. My man won't touch me with a 20-foot pole.
Can everybody comment if they love Sabrina Carpenter? Because I want to know how many of the girlies are on the same wavelength on the Sabrina.
Well, I think that is it for our advice so far this week. If you would like us to depth into anything else, I feel like now we just kind of want to have a silly little chat. Let's have a little catch up. Let's just, let's just catch up on the week. Do you know what I mean? What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? I've been working all week. Yeah. Today's my only day off, and I'm going to be in work again every day until Friday. Yeah. I've been moving all of my clothes into my room today.
She just moved back in.
Yeah.
Glaggy.
Yes, we just moved all of my clothes into my room today. Actually, this really annoyed me today. So I booked a driving lesson. I've got my driving lesson
she forgot about
20
it, by
days.
The way.
Yeah. No, I've got not my driving lesson. I've got my driving test in 20 days. And if I don't pass it this time, then I'm literally going to have to wait 6 months for another one. But my driving instructor did say we've got enough time for 5 lessons before that. Yeah. So we'll be able to fix any minor problems. Basically, there's nothing massive. It's just little niggly things that can be fixed like that. It's fine. But I was literally getting all my stuff this morning, brought it all back home, was moving it. The room was a bomb site. It was sorted now.
I took stuff up. It was awful.
But midway through, my driving instructor rings me. I'm outside. I'd completely forgot about the lessons, and I had to go on this 2-hour driving lesson and then
not
come
in the
back
mood for
to
it.
Carry on with sorting my room out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to this week.
I have just been working, chilling, listening to Sappy C. Mostly, I've just been excited because I'm going out on Friday, and I'm going out on a date, and I'm excited.
Where to?
Stockton Heath.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going there. I'm excited about it. I'm really looking forward to it. Seems nice, we're getting on, so you know who you are. Because we've been talking, and he knows I'm doing this podcast. So you know what I'm talking about. But I've just been getting ready and looking forward to that. I don't know what I'm gonna wear yet. I have debated. I know I'm gonna wear jeans.
You're not wearing my cunty red heels. If you guys saw my cunty red heels, they are the definition of.
Well, I'm not gonna wear heels to the pub, but I'm gonna wear.
I'd wear heels
some
to the
kind
pub.
of jeans. Some kind of jeans. Maybe my black little heels if I'm feeling a little frisky. And then I'm going to decide on some kind of top. I've just not decided yet. I haven't really looked, but I do need to look because it is tomorrow. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. We've had fun.
We've loved.
We've laughed.
You gotta
we've
live,
lived.
laugh, love.
Love, laugh, live. You have.
Okay, Hannah Montana. Wait. Should we do it together and see if we can make it sound really good? Because we might get a record label. You never know.
Should we sing Sappy Say? Should we sing Never Getting Laid? Should we sing the chorus?
Where we start?
Baby. Baby, I'm not angry. Love you just the same. Shh. I just hope you get agoraphobia someday. And all your days are sunny from your window pane. I wish you a lifetime full of happiness and a forever of never getting laid.
Should we do the end bit?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
At the end of the rainbow, I hope you'll find a good whole lot of nothing.
'cause you're still inside. And abstinence is just a state of mind.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I want for the money, a two for the show.
Don't get red now, go get gone, now don't you step on my blue sweat shoes. And you can do what you want, but take me off of my blue sweat shoes. Should we sing some Frank Sinatra?
What song?
For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not. To say the things he truly feels, and not the one of those who kneel. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
Thank you. Thank you all for listening.
Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed. It's been fun. We'll miss you, and I hope you miss us too. But this has been episode 2 of the Talk Taboo to Me podcast.
Can I get
So, we will see you bright and early next Saturday morning.
Love
Bye.